Hello everybody, and welcome back to Cask and Point. Today we're going to be trying a brand new release from Wild Turkey. This is Russell's 13 Batch 6. So Russell's 13 is typically about an annual release. It hasn't been every year, and actually last year they decided to do Russell's 15 instead. And this won all the awards. This was Whiskey of the Year for most people. Absolutely incredible whiskey, 15 years old, 117 proof. Really just the pinnacle of Wild Turkey juice, beating a lot of dusty Wild Turkey, modern Wild Turkey, and all the likes of it. And for a bottle with $250 MSRP, people were really happy about it. But this year they went back to their Russell's 13, their roots, and they dropped Batch 6. Now, the most exciting part about Batch 6 is that it's actually 123.8 proof. Now, that is not only higher proof than this Russell's 15, it's higher proof than every Russell's 15 that's ever released. It's also the highest proof of any Wild Turkey that's ever released. That's right. So, Wild Turkey Generations, which I have a bottle of here, this was the last highest proof of Wild Turkey. It's 120.8 proof. It's absolutely amazing whiskey. Probably my favorite modern day Wild Turkey release. And this Russell's 13 Batch 6 has beat it in proof. That was 120.8 proof. This is 123.8 proof. So really getting up there in proof, which is really exciting. And for those that are curious, Wild Turkey typically doesn't get that high in proof. And that's because they use an entry proof of 107. So typically Heaven Hill, Buffalo Trace, these guys are putting their juice into the barrel at the max legal 125 proof. And then it's going to age over time, and cask strength can be anywhere from, sometimes it'll lose proof and it'll go down to 110, 115. Sometimes it'll gain proof and it could be up to 130, sometimes even 140. Wild Turkey, we've never seen any hazmat Wild Turkey. I've never even heard of a Wild Turkey hazmat, and that's because their entry proof is so much lower that cask strength is typically around 115 proof, and so 123.8 is interesting. That means it's probably aged on the highest floors of Wild Turkey, so this is going to be a lot of fun here. And we are going to warm up here with a little Russell's 15, really put some good competition into Batch 6, so let's get right into it here and see what we think. So like I said, this is Russell's 15. This is the one we know, that we love. Real deep, dark berry on this. It smells hotter than the 117 proof that it is. But what I really love is the berry profile on it. I mean, you get these rich, deep, cooked blackberry and blueberry on it. And also a ton of oak and a ton of vanilla backbone to it. And this is a pour that I've just warmed up to more and more over time. And at this point, you kind of understand why it's $500 on the secondary market, because there aren't that many whiskeys that are that caliber from a legacy distillery like this. I mean, this is truly Wild Turkey's George T. Stagg, and they really knocked this one out of the park. We should be getting a Russell's 15 Batch 2, Batch 3 in the years to come, but they said that they're only going to release it when they have whiskey good enough, and they decided that this year it was good enough for Russell's 13 Batch 6, but not for Russell's 15 Batch 2. So, yeah, we'll see. Maybe next year. We'll see. Let's take a sip. Delicious, delicious. It has a little bit of red fruit on the palate as well, on top of that real dark fruit, but it has that real nice sweet oak to it. And it has that tobacco leather kind of spice you get out of a lot of Wild Turkey. I mean, that has everything. That is a pour that is a very well-earned whiskey of the year. Honestly, I would take this over Jack 14, and I'd probably also take it over Calumet 18 right now, which I think are the two front runners for Whiskey of the Year of 2025. So we'll see what releases in the second half of this year. Maybe this Russell's 13 Batch 6 can start getting into the top batches, but we're going to find out here in a second. Let's take a second sip of Russell's 15. Delicious, delicious. Let's see how good Russell's 13 is. So, like I said, this is actually 6 proof higher. I believe this is, 117.2 proof on the Russell's 15. So, we're looking at 6.6 proof higher on this Russell's 13. Smells interesting. Smells a little bit lighter for sure. Very vanilla forward on this. Not getting a lot of berry or red fruit or anything. Ton of vanilla on this. Does have that kind of leather spice oakiness that a lot of Wild Turkey has. That's good here. That's good here. Let's take a sip. It's good. It's hot. I really like the heat on it, actually. It comes punching. It comes tasting 123 proof for sure. That is not one that's a soft pour. But it's not that fruity. Very vanilla forward. And some good caramel, a little bit of maple, those kinds of notes in it. Like a real nice sweetness to it. But it's not really getting a ton of fruit. And I do really like Wild Turkey fruit. I love that red fruit. I love the berries. I love the dark fruit, all that stuff. This isn't really giving me a ton of that. This is primarily giving me vanilla. That's good, that's good. Now I will say, if this video gets 150 likes, on Friday, I will do a video where we try every single Russell's product. So we're gonna try Russell's 13, batch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 all together, and Russell's 15, and the 3 single Ricks, C, F, and B. We're gonna try all of those together, all 10 of those pours. If you guys wanna see that on Friday, like the video, 150 likes, and I'm gonna do it. So that'll be a lot of fun if we can meet that goal. But for today, we're taking it easy. We're just, starting to get familiar with Russell's 13 a little bit. Let's just see what we think about it and how it's going to compare to Whiskeys of the Year. But we're going to put it up against some serious competition on Friday if we can get those likes. So definitely like the video if you haven't already. But back to this Russell's 13. I keep digging. I keep looking for the red fruit and the berry on it because that's what I love. I mean, if I go to this Russell's 15 here, that 15-year berry fruitness all over it. It's blackberry, it's blueberry, there's raspberry. It's really giving me a lot of that berry fruitiness. Strawberry on it even. But this Russell's 13, it's not giving me that. It's vanilla. Let's take another sip. It's good. It's good. It's a bit citrusy. So it does have a little bit of like orange on it. So I don't mind. I do like orange, and I like vanilla. It's almost like a creamsicle kind of flavor profile to it, with the oakiness on it. Definitely doesn't have the oakiness or the robust flavor profile of the Russell's 15. Yeah, it's not as good. It's still good, though. It's still good. I might like it more than batch 4 and 5 of Russell's 13. I don't think this is really competing with the Russell's 13 batch 1, 2, or 3. But, like the video, we'll find out on Friday. This is good, though. This is definitely a solid offering. Now, I will note, Russell's 13 was previously $150 MSRP. So when Russell's 15 came out at a $250 MSRP, people were a little bit worried. They said, really, $100 extra for 2 extra years, and they just didn't think it would be worth it. Turns out it was totally worth it. It was absolutely amazing. But this is now $200 MSRP, so could mean that Russell's 15 is going to be $300 the next time we see it, which is a little bit disappointing, but honestly, it's not going to be easy to find even for $300, and that's worth $300. So, I kind of get it. But this for $200, harder to jump on that boat. It's good, but it's just not giving me that kind of complexity that I'm getting out of this Russell's 15 here. I mean, if we go back to this Russell's 15, I mean, you have the oakiness, you have a robust fruitiness that I just keep talking about because it really is just absolutely incredible here. Yeah, I mean, that's a pour that has a lot of tobacco on it. It has a lot of rich oakiness on it. If you like those kinds of flavor notes, you're going to love that. And it has the dark berries on it. I mean, it really gives you so much of what you want to see out of a whiskey. And this is a whiskey that today I'd rate an 8.6. I think it's very, very solid. The only reason why I wouldn't rate it really high is because I do think that it could be even better. I think it has an incredible robustness, but if I had that kind of flavor profile with 15 extra proof, my God, with a single barrel Russell's 15 that was like, let's say it was hazmat, that would be the best whiskey I've ever had in my life. This is still amazing though. I mean, 8.6 I think is a very valid score for Russell's 15. And I've warmed up to it more. I think I initially rated it close to an 8.3, and I've just kind of slowly upped that rating because I've just gotten to like it more and more over time. But in comparison, I mean, this is going to be probably about a half point lower. This is not the same caliber at all. Still good, but it just doesn't have the kind of depth. It doesn't have the kind of complexity. It's giving me less oak, less tobacco, less leather, those kinds of notes. It's still there, but it's giving me less of them. And then it's backing it up with vanilla. It's not giving me that incredible fruitiness. But okay, let's take this final sip here and let's give it a rating. It's a solid pour. It's a solid pour. Very orange, very vanilla. Some spiciness in there. Some cinnamon, some nutmeg, stuff like that. Has the leather, has the spice, has that wild turkey oak to it. You can tell it's a wild turkey product, but you can tell it's not a great one because it doesn't have the red fruit. It doesn't have the berry fruitiness. It has vanilla. It's good. It's good. I'm going to rate that an 8.1. I think it is really competing with Russell's 13 batch 4 and 5. I don't think it's touching 1, 2, 3 for me. I think Russell's 13 batch 1 is an easy winner over this. I honestly think this Russell's 15 is significantly better. So what does that mean? Don't pay secondary for that bottle. Since it's the first week that Russell's 13, there was a huge event that they did, which is where they sold these bottles, and then a lot of people poured out samples of this. I was able to get a sample of this from a good buddy that was at that event, so thank you so much to him. But really, wait for this one for MSRP if you can find it. This one does not deserve to be worth $300, $400. People are currently selling it for $600, $700. That's insane. It is not worth that. The proof is cool. It definitely drinks a little bit hotter. I'm excited to see what we'll get into, because if we start getting Russell's 15s at 125 proof, man, we are in for a serious treat. But this is good. It's good. It's close to worth its MSRP at $200. I think that depends on your financial situation here. I would buy a bottle for MSRP, but I wouldn't pay a dime more than that. I think that's really where I think it's worth. It's not worth $300. It's not worth $400. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the review. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.